Hello, this is the review of episode 1 and 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 10, the first bracket. This is Pedro, and welcome to Beyond the Drag, where we dive into drag contests worldwide. Just right away in the first episode, we have what we already knew before. Not much to say about the intro, but something that surprised me, or at least I didn't expect it, was only seen literally the first bracket. I thought we were going to see all the queens doing the runway, but okay. I already ranked all of that, honestly. So now let's review these entrances. Up first, Aja. I know nothing about Pokemon, honestly. So I had to do my research because, yeah, I heard she was referencing a Pokemon and it looks pretty cute. I think it resembles it. This was in my top three. I feel it could look more elevated, but I know it's difficult to do that with just a body. There's a lot of rhinestones, and the assignment for her was to resemble the Pokemon, which I think was really well made. Now we have Deja Skye, and this was my least favorite, but it's not bad, honestly. The look for sure is simple, but I don't think it works. I don't know if it could be better to have a headpiece like a tiara or something. The dress is well made. The stars give it volume and contrast, and pretty good, honestly. And at the end, this is just an entrance look, right? Um, Now, Irene the alien. Okay. Okay, perfection. This is my number one for this bracket. And if I'm honest, this is my second place from all the entrance looks. She is giving Medusa meets drag, octopus, the accessories in her hair are on point. There's nothing wrong about the body and the padding. The look is really elevated with the shoulders piece. There's this fabric in the lower part of the dress and her breast that adds a lot of texture and balance to the look. And again, for an entrance look, this is just really good. This is perfection. I like the reveal. I think literally the only thing I could say was not good was the difference of the color between the legs and her face and the breasts, which is interesting to me because if you see the breast and the face match perfectly. So that's the only thing for me. Besides that, this is a perfect look, and I love Irene. She is my bias. I love her since season 15. So, yeah. Now we have Phoenix. This is top four on this bracket. She's giving Chen classic drag, and I'm here for it. I really like her makeup, her eyebrows. The shoulders piece is not that symmetric, but it works. A lot of rhinestones. I like the clear contrast between the color she has up and being all black down. As well, the wig is really good. The earrings was a good choice, and honestly, not bad. Maybe I will appreciate something more risky. I truly appreciate the classic pageant drag she's serving with this, but this is yeah, just my opinion. I think I will appreciate more something out of the box, like she did with the promo look, for example. That was really good. So yeah. Next, Olivia Lux. This is just beautiful. Silver realness. This was my top two. I like the texture of the fabric overall. The wig elevated the look a lot. The makeup is really good for this. Pretty silver as well. The earrings, I do think it is simple as a whole, but for me, it's really iconic and something over the top. I think the intention on having this train down is wearing something light and it complements the body. The breast piece detail as well is on point, just the right thing, and honestly, just really good. I'm really impressed, and I insist, pretty iconic. And the last one, Bosco. So, okay, obviously, Grace Jones, pop art, 80s, rock meets glam, and as well with Olivia, pretty iconic. But I did feel at first this was safe. At first, at first for me, this was top five on this bracket. But now that I'm analyzing with detail, she is top two. I truly love she is showing the body, and I do think it's pretty powerful. And one of the ideas of the runway, besides, I like the plastic texture of the tie, how the neck of the suit is really big. Those elements are really pop. The texture of the animal print resemblance, the aesthetic she's selling. A pretty intelligent look and with intention. She's giving performance with the glass and the cigar. About the tie highs, it's a good choice. And honestly, again, pretty iconic and intelligent. Now, from the explanation of Rue, I love how the queens nod their head while Rue is explaining everything because it's like, okay, they know. I mean, obviously they were prepared only for 3 episodes. But okay, for the first maxi challenge, they are going to perform in a music video and they will write their verses and the song. So, okay, I do think this is a good challenge for the first episode, something fresh, something different. And now that the queens come back to the workroom from the highlights I saw, Bosco and Irene are being a team, and Olivia remarking the fact she and Aja are from the same Vogue house. We see Deja and Olivia vibing and talking about the alliances already. They are the ones that the edit shows first talking about this. We have Olivia saying in the confessional that she's excited, but there's a lot of screaming in the song and she's more demure. That was for sure interesting for me by what happens this episode. RuPaul comes and I love that Ru had time to come one by one with the queens, which I mean now it's weird, really weird seeing that. And I really like this. I'm liking this format more. As well, we were able to see the rehearsals with Jamal Sims, which I appreciate to see as well. Maybe I think we can, cause yeah, we don't have those much queens, right? From the highlights, the ones who did good according to the edit were Bosco, Deja, Aja, obviously. And the ones struggling are Irene, Olivia, does safe, but Jamal says in the confessional she's still in the pageant. And Phoenix has as well not a good confessional from Jamal. Next day, and the queens are getting ready, and the highlight was for sure Irene and Aja. Irene is going hard, and from the start on the edit, we see this example on how Irene was shady to Lana by saying her hair was not 40 inches long. In a side, Aja and Olivia are reinforcing their alliance and the start of the Operation Mimu. And Bosco starts with shade by saying with talk shit in the confessionals. And as just there when Aja was spreading her peacock feathers, Irene says, shuts her down by saying her paint looks crazy. This was iconic, and honestly, I love this. I mean, they are playing, you know. Aja reads Irene as well. She keeps doing the TV and says how in season 9 she was told looks good, and Irene just right away when Aja finished, she replies with, I watched season 9. They didn't say you look good. They told you you look crazy. And I was just screaming here. I really loved seeing them play, honestly. I just have to say that. But hold this for later. Now, runway and the challenge. Let's go. RuPaul really, really looks good. Honestly, really elevated. I love the texture, the earrings, something fresh and good for the first episode. I like it. And the invited guest, Ice Spice, which I appreciate. She needed to be here from some time ago. And we are having the runway first. And well, my ranking system is 0 meaning worst and 5 meaning the best. So let's go. The category is slits and tits. First, Aja. Now, I don't really understand why she didn't decided to go full purple. Maybe for real that was not her intention. It was like creating this drag persona who is only purple from her face and breasts. But I mean, it doesn't make sense either way. It should be full purple, and only that detail I think is what it destroys the look. Because it's good. She's serving another Pokemon right here, and yeah, I had to do my research again. And yeah, pretty cont. I like it. But again, if the assignment was to do the Pokemon but drag, why are their arms not purple? I don't I don't know what happened, but besides that, she did a good job. The makeup is pretty cute. The dress is well confectioned. I think it needed maybe more rhinestones for the fabric that goes down her waist. And that's the only detail I will say. For me, Aja was 3.5, a safe look, but it could be higher if it was not for those details, the purple, and yeah, and much higher. Bosco, the first thing that I do see is the wig. I think it's pretty creative. She is going for this zipper concept. To be really honest, I didn't understand the full concept, the full look. Rather than that, I mean, she said she wanted to go for Frankenstein, Mugler, but I still don't get it, to be honest. Either way, I think this was pretty creative. For sure, she's serving the category. I really appreciate she can use the body when she can, and yeah, I would say it was a creative look. It was different. I insist. The wig was really creative, but the whole look, I just didn't understand it as a whole. Either way, again, because she's giving the category, it's a 4.4 for me. Deja Skye. Right away, I think it looks really good. The look is really well made. I really like the texture of the train. The corset is well made. The shoulders are well made. The wig is a good choice for this look and the aesthetic. This late 18th century fashion meets drag. The accessories are on point, but sadly, I think she didn't accomplish the category. And for real, this is a good look. Some stuff that I think could be different is that maybe the accessory of the necklace could be bigger, maybe the earrings. But in fact, I think she didn't accomplish the category. I don't know what happened, honestly, if it was just a design problem, if for real it's just what she wanted to sell, but as it was not a category. So for me, this is a 3. Olivia Lux, the concept, the reference, the intelligence, the color, the makeup, the wig, the design, the accessories, just on point. For everything about this look for me is perfection. She did that. Literally, there's no miss. The dress is just perfect for her. The wig is really well stylized for real. I'm trying to see something that was out of the place, but honestly, this is perfection. Like, I don't have words. I know it's not a typical look that will gag someone, but I do see a lot of intention behind this. Just right away, you look at and it's like everything is on point. everything was designed for her and everything was thought with a level head. And I think you don't need to have the biggest look, the biggest props to gag, etc., for creating a gag worthy look. And now she accomplished the category. And yeah, honestly, just a perfect look, a five. Irene, okay. Irene, fully green. I appreciate that. The details that I see is that the color green of the breast is too different from her arms. And when she put her arms up, we were able to see the cut of the arm sleeves. And well, I don't know what happened. I mean, I'm just being picky. The judges will define the best and worst on the Maxi Challenge, not in the runway. But yeah, I mean, it's something that I do saw, but I truly like the accessories. When you do see the whole look, I mean, you are not going to see those details that I talk about. I like this elf woman she's going for. Now, the back piece and all the train of the dress are well balanced for me. I just think the corset and breast could be more made better because I do think it looks plain. She has this headpiece that literally just looks as is part of the back piece, which is insane. And she had this reveal that totally checks the category and just really well done, honestly. As I said, it could be better just with those details, but it was really good. And for me, is 4.6. Phoenix, when I saw this look in the trailer, I was like, who is this? I love it. I love face skinnies. I love this dominatrix realness, cock destroyer. I think it was well made. I think only I will appreciate to see the look more form fitting, more body hugging, or at least see less creases. So it could give me the full fantasy. She has the zippers, which yeah, she's giving the category. She only, she opens her zipper in one leg and in the breast, and that's it. But I do think it needed more for a look like this. Like, for example, a twist. If she was going for American Horror Story inspiration, maybe doing a reference to a specific season or character, maybe having three tits as a twist when she opens the zipper, something like that, you know? I think it will have elevated the performance of the runway and she will have sold that. But yeah, I think it was a good design, but it needed a twist. So it's a 3.5 for me. Now, the music video. And well, let's review the performances and the critiques from the judges. Aya is the first one, and I think she was serving verses and something important. She was giving the rock geek. Michelle said she was out of control. She was praised. The Pookie was praised, and yeah, I agree with that. About Bosco. I think it was as well really good. She was doing this voice, which for me was too camp, maybe, or she just relied on that. But honestly, it was a good performance. Michelle and Rue praised her, and Ross pointed out something interesting, which was the fact she was not looking at the camera and I think I think this makes sense rewatching the performance, but that was the only detail she received. Deja felt too flat. I don't know how in the recording they didn't say like Deja, we need you to scream more or something, because the only gig she did was the reference to her snatch game. But yeah, it felt too flat. Ross appreciates how she did in the performance. She was pointed out on the fact of giving more tits, right? Irene did well as good, but even though she's my bias, I think I expected more from her. On the critiques, Michelle says she's slayed, and Ross gives to her all the stan energy, saying that her comeback really is really strong. Rue as well. And well, honestly, I do agree. I think that she did, for me, she was a top. And as she is my bias, maybe that's why I wanted something like truly exceptional. But yeah, just saying she is being praised like this, I love it. Olivia comes in, and okay, the first time I watched this, I was shocked. The singing was on point, and honestly, for me, the performance was on point too. Like, for real, I do think she was the best right here. But as we were pointed out in different scenes, there was always this clue on she being too patient for the performance. But I don't know, honestly, she did really good. And even though she didn't serve that rock category, honestly, I still don't think it's fair. For real, I was buying the fact she did not serve the rock category. But yeah, again, I still think it's unfair and she was the best for me. Maybe this can be contradictory because I will not accept someone not doing a category just like Deja did in the runway, right? But I mean, I think if she was a favorite, they will apologize to that and praise her performance, like Lexila, for example. Michelle pointed out this, saying it was too beautiful for rock. About the look, she was praised a lot, and thank you, judges. And that's it from her critiques. But yeah, I insist. I think Olivia did really good, and for me, she was the best. I'm sorry. But moving on, we have Phoenix. She did a good performance, I think, and when just right now, for real, in this moment, obviously, I'm watching the performance, and I don't know about you, but I do feel there are certain takes, shots, photography that is favoring certain drag queens. Because I mean, Aja was recording in another set, as well Olivia. Irene had these overhead shots. And yeah, just something to remark. On the critiques, Michelle said she was holding back, and I agree. And I'm really sorry for her. From the panel of judges, I felt there was a lot of love for her, and I appreciate that. But now their results. The top two is Aja and Irene, and I have hold a thought through all these review, which is I think Bosco is a favorite this season. And if you ask me why, they place in the edit I Spy saying she was top two for her. And yeah, I mean, for me, Irene and Aja top two, it's correct. But I just wanted to point out that the edit was favoring so much more Boston. Moving on, we have the lip sync. Thank You the Shed Fart by Ice Spice. And well, I mean, yeah, just to be quick here, I expected Aja winning the lip sync, but just something that I find interesting this season is the storytelling. Lots of flashback. Irene saying this is the second time she lip syncs. Aja pointing out the beef they had in the workroom. And yeah, Aja, well deserved. I think Irene needed to be more quirky, do more comedy, so she could give more battle to Aja. And we have the instructions about the points. So they can vote for themselves and they can choose everyone from the bottoms and tops. And now moving on to the next episode. Basically, everyone voted each other. And well, I mean, I think that the fact they have to vote not separately, it's a mess. Or the production decided to keep it like that so it stays the most balanced possible because they knew how the queens were gonna vote. Anyways, from the highlights we have on the queens coming back, we have Irene throwing shade and, well, highlighting what happened in last episode, which, okay, edit. Next, we have the mini challenge, and they have to play with this ball and basically with a fit crew help, pairing their lips with theirs. And okay, Irene won. Let's go. 100% mini challenge record. And the maxi challenge is an acting challenge. Murder on the dance floor. Next highlights is that Olivia wants to get out of her comfort zone. Bosco is happy with their part, and yeah, nobody fights for a role. That's it. But I do think when they are shown practicing, Aja is doing a lot of TV. Deja is worried. Irene brings out her idea on changing the accent on the performance. Olivia and Bosco having their moment. And well, now the performance is shown, but I would say my critiques along with the ones from the judges and review them later. So everything will be packaged. But after the performance was shown in the workroom, Aja and Irene were trying to do an alliance. Deja says she feels terrible and felt she was too much in herself. And now, I'm just so sorry and sad for her. For real, she did really good. A spoiler, she was my top three in the acting. Besides, we see more talk on the Olivia and Aja alliance, and that's it. Now, the runway, RuPaul comes in, and okay, this is pretty good. I mean, for sure, safe, but pretty good. And let's go with the runway first. Olivia Lux, I do think is really good overall. I do think this was too safe to work in a black dress and how she managed it. In my opinion, I only feel that the flowers look kinda cheap. Maybe she wanted to go in this matte route, but I think it doesn't work in the best way. And well, besides that, I think I can say that much about the look because again, I think it was safe and the elements that gave me uniqueness to the look were the flowers. So I would say this was a safe work for Olivia, but not bad. It's a 3.8 for me. My bias, Irene. The suit looks really well made for her. It's literally figure hugging, and along her padding, I think is really well executed. She has a reveal next, and this is totally Illuminati, alien invasion, camp. The wig didn't look like if there was a reveal underneath. So for me, that's a plus. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much about this look. For sure, basic, I know, but it had a twist that is really memorable. So yeah, it's a 4.5 for me. Now, Bosco. Okay, now, I don't have anything bad to say. The wig is totally Elvira. Her makeup, the dress is perfect for her. It has the right details. I love the contrast between the flory little train and the fabric she carries with the kinda transparent dress. Pretty monochromatic, but it works. And honestly, pretty intelligent. Pretty on point. Perfect. 5 for me. Now, Deja Skye. Okay, wow. Origami, experimental, conceptual, art, paint. I like the wig and the color palette she followed. Pastel colors, suit. The makeup as well, really risky and cohesive. She gives me fantasy, futuristic, and she turns around and has this big flower. Pretty good, I think. I think it was difficult to work. I would say maybe would work better if she had more rhinestones in the blue material like we saw on the flower. But I think it really works how it is. Again, she went for suiting colors and pretty cute, honestly. For me, 4.7. Now, Phoenix. I do really like the experimental concept from this, and I think it's pretty easy to understand, which is good. Sadly, I do think it needed to be more edited. I think as a whole, it looks not finished, or if it had been made in a rush, I think, for example, it could be so much better if she had a mask on her just behind her head and maybe serving us this illusion or idea about the storm and the sun. I do like the makeup and the color she decided to go for along with the storm. But again, I think it needed to be edited, and yeah, it is a 3.5 for me. Now we have Aja, and she's giving total solar power. She said this was inspired by 1920s Art Deco, but I don't know about you. But I don't see any of that. Maybe I'm wrong. I do like it has extra elements, but in difference from her promo look, I think this look has to be more edited. I like the back. I like the whole look. I understand the concept, or at least the direction of this. For me, she's giving gypsy, and I do appreciate. And I can understand the aesthetic again, and so for me, Aja, it's a 4. Now the critiques, and let's review the maxi challenge plus commentary. First one being critique is Olivia, and seeing her performance, I think she needed to be more over the top and so much more character, like not feeling that we were just hearing the drag queen being them, which I think was also the case for her. On the critiques, she was told by Michelle she could have pushed further, which I can agree, and that's it. Next is Irene, and about the performance, she was on full character. It's crazy, honestly. She was doing as well a lot of expression, and she did really well. She also like Bosco, was giving full character. On the critiques, Carson says the performance was so delightful. She was fully prepared. Ru had fun. Michelle praises the look and highlights there's a lot of intelligence behind that, which, yeah, I totally agree. Next, Bosco. Performance. As I said, she was giving full character, and the thing with her is that she was actually the only one who has like a full character. Like we were not seeing Bosco in her. She was acting very well, and on the critiques, she's praised by her performance, but not that much as it should be. She gets more praise on the look, at least, on the edit, right? Which was at least weird for me. Now, Deja, she was giving full character as well, and I think she's acting pretty well. She was doing a lot of physicality, and she was playing with Rue a lot. And for me, she did really well, honestly. A top for me, she's top 3. And on the critiques, Rue says she had fun, she was down to play, and yeah, I do agree. She did really good, as I said. Phoenix. I think she was just being Phoenix. Sadly, I feel it felt like she was holding back again. I think she needed to be fucking crazy over the top. Even when there's this moment where she needs to express anger, it's really subtle. And when her scene ends, she sees to the camera with an expression that as well feels really subtle. And on the critiques, she received a lot of love from Michelle about her performance. Rue asked about the lore on the dress, and I cried here. Phoenix lost her sister on COVID, and well, just my total respects for her. I can say that in the edit, I liked there was just silence in that moment. She was fully expressing herself, and it felt really, really respectful. And I have no words. This moment was for her. And again, I just really respect her for having the guts for sharing this. We have Aja. On the performance, I think she did good, but she was serving too much Aja. Kind of like when Silky tried to do Lizzo. And on the critiques, she was praised by the look. On the challenge, Carson says it needed to have peaks and valleys. Michelle reads her saying she stole the show as the corpse. And yeah, she had safe critiques, I think. And well, my ranking for the Maxi Challenge, the top were Bosco, Irene, and Deja. Safe Aja, and Olivia and Phoenix in the bottom. So yeah, I agree on the top two this week, which is Irene and Bosco. I'm just living a dream, honestly. Just the fact Irene is top two again, I will fucking ascend to a new plane for real. This is a dream, and well, we had the lip sync Murder on the Dance Floor by Sophie Elix Baxter. And well, now, Irene had a pretty good outfit for it, I think. If I'm really honest, I didn't like that Bosco had that tunic all that song. I mean, I don't know. Does that count as a lip sync? Like, I'm sorry, but for me, this is giving Joel a mattress. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I like how Bosco is playing with it, but again, I don't know. Irene for sure feels sadly one note and going down, or at least safe. And well, Bosco does the reveal and beautiful, amazing, but the reveal was late, no? Anyways, Bosco deserved the win, but I expected more from both, honestly. I'm not going to lie. I love both for real. And yeah, but that's pretty much all the premiere. We are done. And now we have the recap of points. Bosco and Irene, first place, Aja, second place, and everyone else, honestly. I don't know what's going to happen in the next episode. The only thing I want is not diamonds that triplicate your points and shit. Like, I wanted clean and straightforward, honestly. And the next episode is one of the best ones, so the production does what they want to do. The family resemblance. So, okay, let's see how it goes. I'm excited. I'm liking the season. I really like the premiere. It feels really fresh, and I'm expecting a lot and more. Because we still need to see a lot of queens. So, yeah, that was everything for this emission. This was Pedro, and see you on the next one. Bye!